And bear with me for 2 seconds because I promise this will make sense. But I was at a Lady Gaga concert this weekend. It was fantastic. And I want to share with you a comment that she shared with us about the pandemic. She said, some people want to forget about the pandemic and move on forever. She said, I want to move on too, but I don't want us to forget. We should remember all of the courage, compassion, and love we showed in one another during that dark time. And this program is an example of the compassion and love and courage we showed one another, and I'm so proud of it. So thank you for all you've done. We're going to be reauthorizing, hopefully, the COVID committee again because the economic effects of the pandemic are not done. But this is a reminder of why we have to keep our eye on the ball. So thank you, and I'll second the motion.
And we'll go to JOC.
Hello, Council. I hope you're feeling very fresh after the break. Welcome back. Looking great, looking good, and I'm really happy that we're still focusing on the COVID thing, and there are many reasons why we need to be focusing on the COVID thing. In fact, there are still like 40% of the businesses that are still left throughout the city. I think about 60% of the businesses were destroyed by the, quote, pandemic, although it was really our lockdown policies that made that so. And we need to make sure we get the rest of those, all of them, out of business. And I think we can actually dovetail this with the infrastructure bill. I think we should be really looking forward on the infrastructure bill to kind of re-implement or implement a smart city kind of layout a la the fourth industrial revolution. And that's why we got to get rid of all the businesses through further lockdowns. And as you know, a lot of the reason why you're passing this is because of the economic devastation. This is kind of more for optics. What we need to do is make sure that when the time comes that we ignore the facts. The facts are that lockdowns have negative impacts on young people. They have many studies on that. The psychological well-being of people declined during the pandemic. Changes in eating, behavior, physical activity, and mental health had a negative impact on people's health during the COVID-19 pandemic. The studies have come in, so a lot of people are kind of catching up. That's why we need you folks to really kind of bear down here. And even though a lot of people know that those were devastating policies, you need to be prepared to make sure we do it again. As you see in China, we're locking everyone down there. I work for central planning, by the way, so we're locking everyone down there. They can't even go outside. They're going crazy in their high rises. Have you seen that? That's what we got to do here. That's why we need everyone in government housing. It's kind of easier to implement our policies when everyone lives in government housing. I'm sure you've seen that in Australia. And the effects on the children because of the lockdowns are just amazing. These kids can't even like speak basically. So I'm very pleased to see that, coming from central planning. But at the same time, we got to lock everyone down, but we have to make sure we tell them we aren't locking them down.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your comments.
And I'll note for the record, I'm the first woman to hold this position. And if I want to say something, I'm going to say something.
And to try to silence a woman, check your male privileged. Mr. Council President, just check it.